one question is how these AI systems really work. I mentioned earlier that they're built on something called neural networks. And that idea of a neural network and how to train it has actually been known since the 50s. But it's only now that we have both the compute power to train neural nets that are big enough to really capture the essence of what human beings think of as learning, and also that we have so much labeled data thanks to the internet and other sources where we have some idea. We can basically train a network without having to hand code too many elements. To explain a little bit more in detail what a neural network is that basically it is trying to mimic what a human brain does, all the way down to the neuronal level. So neurons, you might remember from high school biology, are basically cells where there are dendrites that, possibly with dozens or hundreds of inputs, and then there's some kind of processing take place, and then there's an axon that sends that signal forward. And what most of our brain is just collections of these neurons interacting with each other, sending signals to each other. And what modern AI does is effectively try to recapitulate that idea, but execute it obviously in silicon instead of in biology. What happens in AI is that you have a system that is effectively layers and layers and layers of potentially, again, hundreds of millions, if not billions, of neuronal cells effectively, and then you need to provide it with training data. And what training data usually means is a large amount of data of the kind that you're hoping to learn something about, often with some human labeling, meaning that, for example, you might have 10,000 images, each one labeled with what a person would say that is. This is an image of a dog, a German Shepherd. Here's an image of a cat playing with a ball of yarn, and so on and so forth. And by having enough such data, modern neural networks can basically learn an association between the input, which might be an image, with the output, which might be the text description of that image. And they can do so in a way that is effectively a kind of very sophisticated statistics, so that even if it sees a new image that it's never seen before, it can effectively learn it can effectively output statistically what it believes that image to be.
End of 3, right?
Yep.